we all are going to be talking about diabetes. So let's get started with everyone's experience with diabetes. So, Mike, what do you have to say?
I hate diabetes. It's the worst.
But my grandpa had diabetes and he totally took care of it. Like, he was able to do
It doesn't even
and
matter.
but he was able to, take care of it and test it all the time.
I tried.
Okay, Victoria, let's let Mike keep going.
No, yeah, he maybe could have, but I can't. I've tried and tried and tried, and it's just my life's terrible.
Maybe you're just not doing a right program. Maybe the program you're doing or tried hasn't worked for you.
I've tried everything. I just hate my life.
Okay, guys, let's keep things on track. And we're talking about diabetes, not about how much life has been hard for you. What are some things that might have helped you? Is there anything you can put in for that?
Yeah, I've been trying really hard to balance my diet. Still struggling a lot.
Diet is so hard to control sometimes.
Yeah,
it's so much sugar and I like sugar, so I can't eat sugar, and it's so hard to control my diet.
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
Oh, I hate diabetes.
So what are some things that you've done to help maybe control or see the levels that you have with diabetes that have helped so that you know what to eat and what not to eat?
Well, I just kind of base it off of how I feel after I eat. So, like, if I eat something that's really sugary or if I don't get enough sugar, then I kind of base it off how I'm feeling. And I say, okay, I think I had too much sugar because I ate, this. So maybe I'll try and cut back on that and maybe try add more of this. Just kind of how I feel.
Try to keep a diet journal. A diet journal would help. So you
That's
know
a good
how
idea.
much.
I haven't tried that.
They don't know.
Have you tried keeping one?
Yeah.
It didn't
Diet
work.
journals are great. I think they'll help control and see what you eat, how much sugar you're eating, how much your healthy stuff you're eating.
Okay, Victoria, so what's been your experience with diabetes? Were you diagnosed with it when you were young? Do you have type 1 or do you have type 2?
Yes, I have type 1. So I keep trying to be active. I keep a diet journal. I do all this stuff. So I try, but it is hard. It is frustrating. But
did you have to adjust to pricking yourself off of it?
Oh yeah, I hate needles. So
yeah.
That was a big adjustment. I don't like them at all. Part of it probably comes from my sister having cancer, but
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, she's good now. But
oh, good.
So that was a big adjustment.
Okay. So back to you, Mike. Did you get diagnosed young or older? And
I got diagnosed.
Was it a hard transition?
Yeah, when I was young. I think I was 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So it's been really tough.
And now you're like, what, 20-something? So you've had it for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that you've done that's worked or helped you at all?
No, I mean, I just can't control anything. It's just like everything gets worse. It's very tough.
Are you able to keep track of your levels? Is that
occasionally, but it just seems to get worse.
Do you guys have any suggestions that maybe will help Mike out?
I think having someone who's there to help you is really helpful. Like I have my roommate and she's always helping me stay on track, She knows when I look like I'm not doing so well, she's like, "Hey, have you given yourself insulin recently? Maybe you should think about doing that." And then I check my levels. Sure enough, I need to give myself insulin. So having someone to be accountable to, I think, is really helpful.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good idea. I haven't tried that. Sounds like do that.
Yeah, you should.
Cool,
it's really worked.
too.
It's worked for me. So.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll work for you too, Mike.
Yeah, maybe. I'll try it.
Okay. So going through school, has there been anything in your life that you had to change, and that was a dramatic change for you?
I think getting away from parents, it was harder because the parents were, they were the ones who were cooking and I had to cook for myself. And it's harder to cook for myself and I don't want to cook for myself. And, being away from home, I think, is a big thing. And also, getting the exercise in. It's harder.
Have you guys been able to exercise or?
Sports, it's very tough.
Yeah. it's helpful
Yeah.
to be able to adjust your exercise. That helps with when you have diabetes. Has it made you feel any better? Have you been happier with it?
Not really. I keep having to prick my finger and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe you should keep a mood journal and see if you're happier on the days you're actually able to keep your sugar levels under control,
That's a good suggestion.
and see if there's a correlation.
Yeah.
So let's try to step away from ourselves. Have any of you had family members that have had diabetes? Have you seen anything they've done?
Yeah, my grandpa. Like I said earlier, he had type 2 diabetes, so it was a little different. But he,
What did he do to help control it, or did he change his life at all?
a little bit. He had it when I was, he had it before I was born, so I don't know how he adjusted. But my grandma was the one who would cook for him and stuff, so he had the support to do it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't have anyone in my family that has diabetes.
You're the only one, and it's type 1 diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how has your family reacted to this?
I would assume they don't understand.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Have they taken it harder, and has that reflected badly on you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kristen, do you have any relatives?
Yeah, my brother has type 1 diabetes, so that's been really nice because, I had someone growing up who could relate to me.
And which type did you?
I also have type 1.
Type 1?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
Interesting.
rare. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
great support groups. We all have the same thing.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. People with type 2 diabetes, you can connect with them also, but it's nice to have people who really understand what the type 1's like, and it's nice. You guys were
And
all
how did
here.
your parents take it? Because type 1 is usually diagnosed when you're younger, so I'm assuming.
Right. So it wasn't that much of a surprise because, like I said, my brother has diabetes, so it was, they already kind of knew how to deal with it, and so they were really helpful growing up. But now that I'm out of the house, it's just kind of it's a little more difficult. So I'm still looking for ways to kind of get that support that I had when I was at home.
He was a surprise for my family too, because we had type 2 in the family, but never type 1, so it was interesting.
How was that different? How did that affect your family differently?
I think they were just shocked that I don't think they really understood that a young person could get type 2, because I'm the first medical professional in my family, so everyone else probably had no idea what the difference was even. So they just did it as diabetes.
And were you able to help them out understanding the difference? And
Eventually, yeah, as I got
Once
into
you-
school, and the doctors when I was younger explained it too. So by the time I was older, they had a decent understanding, but definitely at first it was a shock.
so, question for everyone: since you got so young, were you scared about it, or were you just kind of nervous, or just
I just didn't want to put
didn't know
myself
what
in
was
pain.
going on?
I just wanted the needles.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I didn't know what diabetes was when I was that young, but over time, yeah, I've become more scared.
You've become more scared?
Yeah, what's gonna happen in the future. It's super hard now, so it's gonna be harder later on.
Interesting.
I would have thought it would be easier.
No.
What have you?
Well, like I said, with my brother, it was, I saw him as my parents would help him with his checking his blood glucose and everything. So I was kind of exposed to it already. So
Yeah, that would have been really nice to have someone grow up to
It
who
was
actually
really
kind of knew
nice.
what was going on.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wish diabetes on anyone.
No,
but
of course
it was,
not. But
yeah, it was nice that I had kind of someone to.
you knew what it was and you knew what to expect.
Yeah, and my family was very
Okay.
welcoming and understanding.
Great. Well, this has been a great support group session. I think we're gonna close and change our personalities. We went 10 minutes. We did it.
Gosh.
Okay.
I was like, when you started off, I just was like, I was like, you did together. I know, because I think I'm naturally like the quiet person who sits and kind of takes it all in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not saying anything. Oh, that was really funny.
And it's hard to keep asking questions.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
yes.
gonna say it's
It's
hard to
so good.
facilitate.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Trying to think of things to say.
Yeah, that'd be hard. I'm nervous for when I have to do it.
Should we just rotate? You can do that right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll monopolize, you're negative, and you're helpful, and you
Okay.
keep us moving.
I'll try.
We're good to go.
Okay, so welcome to tonight's support group, Diabetes. How about we introduce ourselves?
I'm
Sure.
Holly, and I got type 2 diabetes just a couple years ago, and so I just wanted to come here and see if other people actually have this, because I haven't seen too much of it.
Okay, nice to meet you.
I'm Tori. I have type 2 as well. So it was an interesting.
That's so great. I mean, type 2 diabetes, I mean, I just got it, so it's kind of like a newer type thing to me.
Yeah, I've had it for a while. So. But it's great. It's been really adjusting to it has been really great. I've been able, to really keep it under control, and it's been awesome.
And I'm Kirsten. I have type 1. I've had type 1 my whole life.
That's so cool. Is it like completely different from type 2?
I wouldn't exactly say cool, but it's different. They both have their challenges, but yeah, I've been dealing with my whole life. It's just part of life, I guess.
That's true. I feel like it's now become like a controlling factor in my life.
Yeah, well, get used to it. It's gonna kind of take over your life, so.
Okay, and my name is Mike. I also have type 1 diabetes, had my whole life, and it's good to be here. So what do you guys struggle with the most?
I think that I have the hardest time keeping control of how much insulin I have to do and how often and what foods I have to eat for that. And it's just such a struggle to change my whole diet and the whole way I exercise. And I'm just kind of lazy and I don't really like to exercise, so I just don't really want to do that. And it's been hard trying to get there. And my nutritionist, she even talks about how I need to just go out and exercise and not like eat all the time and make sure I'm eating the right foods. And so
There's lots to think about.
so much to think about. I mean, I could just go on about how much I cannot figure out how to change my exercise routine and like especially foods. I love big foods, cookies and cakes, and so having to think about how much sugar I actually take and putting in
How about you guys?
time.
I think the food journal would be helpful with that, because that's what really helped me to start really watching what I was eating and helping my diet, and that was what was one of the key factors getting under control, and not keeping sugar in the house. That was a big thing too.
How do you not keep sugar in the house? I mean, what if you have other people you're living with? I mean, they could totally eat that sugar without, and you don't have to, but
Well, there are healthy sugars too, so and you can keep it if you want, but and that's what helps with the food journal is limiting it. Knowing how much you're actually eating is really great. It was really great for me. So I've just seen that it worked. Good for you if you're really diligent about keeping it in.
But it doesn't work for everyone. It didn't work for me. I mean, it depends.
Why didn't it work for you?
I don't know. It's just I have so much going on in my life already. How am I supposed to do something else on top of work, job? Those are the same things. Work, school, family. I don't have time for diabetes, So especially extra steps like keeping food journals and stuff. It's
yeah,
just
food journal would be hard to keep
unrealistic.
in. Even just having to write meticulously about every single thing that's in every food. You just don't know every time that you're eating something.
That's what apps are good for. I have an app on my phone and it just tells me exactly. I just scan it and it's perfect. It's right there and it tells me asking how much I ate. And
I don't have a smartphone. That would be nice, I'm sure, but
they have it on the websites too.
Well, then you have to go on your computer, and it's extra steps.
So back to your original point, how do we balance our diabetes with family and work and having fun and that kind of thing? What have you guys done for that?
Well, with my family, I just kind of make a schedule, and I know when I have to. Every time I eat, I have shot or myself a shot after I think I have eaten, and that way it'll level out whatever sugar I've taken in. And so I just know that my family knows also when I'm doing that. So it hasn't really affected how much family time I've spent. So I could just go whenever I wanted to go anywhere, and I would just have to carry that with me. And it was kind of annoying because you had to keep it refrigerated, but it wasn't so bad because I never lived in a really hot place. And so the cooler air outside really helped with that too.
Okay. What about you guys? How do you balance everything?
Well, my family knows, and they're really supportive, and they're awesome. And then my work has fridges and stuff, and I just put my name on it with my insulin in the fridge, and it's
Yeah,
great.
see that
and I
it's
just
helpful.
go
You
and-
just as long as you have cool air around you, it's really helpful.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Have you tried that?
fantastic.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel comfortable asking my work to do something like that for me. Also, I mean,
Well, don't they understand that you have diabetes? You kind of have to have that type of stuff around, otherwise you'll die.
well, I'm not super close with my coworkers or anything. I don't want them judging me because I have diabetes. They don't understand. And so I don't talk about it with them. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that at all.
Well, they have them on refrigerated ones now too, and you can get a mini fridge and put it in your office.
Mini fridge, and I have to spend the money on a mini fridge. Do you see what I mean? It's just like the
Totally
expenses,
takes over
the
your
time.
life, and now
Exactly.
you
That's
have
what
all
I'm
this stuff you have to
talking
pay for, and insulin, it's not super
It's
cheap.
not cheap.
And also eating healthy, that's not cheap either,
Yeah.
so it's just really
If
hard.
you go to farmers markets though, it's super cheap. And then
Well,
one
farmers
day-
markets are only during the summertime, and then what do you do in the winter?
You have a point there.
So how does your guys' families support you with diabetes? What do they
My
do?
family is really, they're great. I mean, they don't know much about diabetes, but they're like, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to fight it. Even though you let your life go like this, they're like, you can do this. And it's only been a couple years, so so far they're pretty supportive. They did get kind of tired of me having to take the insulin all the time and having to worry about me and what I'm eating and changing their diet a little bit to help my diet. And then supporting me whenever I was like, hey, you want to come work out with me? And so all those things were really rough. But they've been pretty good about it.
You guys?
Yeah, my mom calls me occasionally, and since I'm not living at home anymore, and she calls, asks me how I'm doing and how I'm keeping on track, and kind of keeps me accountable. So it's been great to have her and my dad as a
That's really
support.
helpful, and she definitely sounds like she's a good support for you, even though she doesn't have to take care of you.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I love her.
Kirsten, does your family support you?
Unfortunately, my situation with my family is kind of like my coworkers. We don't really communicate about it.
That's not very
I'm
good.
the
Shouldn't you
outsider.
be able to talk about this
Well,
stuff
that's
with your
why I'm
family?
here. That's why I'm here, because my family doesn't get it. They don't understand. It makes me the outsider because I'm different, because I have diabetes. So, it's kind of a struggle, honestly. I'm really just going at
Well,
it
good. I'm
on my
glad that
own.
you're here, though, because now you have us, and we'll be pretty
yeah,
supportive
well,
of you talking and
I would
all
hope
that
so.
stuff.
We'll see.
Yeah. Good. Do you guys have close friends that also have diabetes, and what do they do to help you guys out?
Well, I have a lot of friends but I haven't really seen diabetes with them, and so they just kind of think it's weird what I have to do, but they don't really pay that much attention because it's not their life, so I don't have to worry about it. But I think that someone along my line of my family has had diabetes, but I can't really tell you. Some ancestry there does have a little bit of information on diabetes, but no one's really brought it up in my family. We aren't big on medical stuff, and we don't really talk about it.
Okay.
I feel ya. It's hard. It's hard when you don't have a support group. Well, just I guess why we're here, but.
My friend, my best friend, she goes out and works out with me when I don't want to. She pushes me, and so it's great to have her around and her supporting me as well. So we go out and work out. It's
That's
great.
so nice that you have like a sister is what you said you had here,
It's
or
my best friend.
your best friend?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great because I mean it's so hard to find someone to come work out with you, and that's just makes it harder.
We could all just go to the gym together and work out together, and then we're
Yeah,
all there.
That's true. It'd be fun, but maybe our schedules won't match up so well. But
Yeah, I'm really busy.
We can work it out.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Well, coming, and we'll figure out a time to go to the gym.
Good job.
It's
So
that was
fun
not
talking
easy.
over it.
Oh, man.
You're doing
Yeah,
great.
I've done
I'm
support
not
groups
gonna
like this. I feel like often.
I just can't stop laughing.
And you're like super negative, and I was like, she's so mean.
I know. I was like, I felt really bad because I was just like, let's be real.
It was great. It was great.
Okay.
So I'm the monopolizer.
Yeah, you're happy.
I'm
I'm negative.
Okay.
I was trying to find it and see if we were supposed to do something at the end.
Oh, I
We
had
can
it up
start
right here.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, let's go and get it going. So
Okay. Hey guys, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see you guys all here.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead. I know we've met before, but I see that we have some new members. So let's just go ahead and just do a quick introduction. Tell us, a little bit about your situation.
My name's
Mike,
Mike.
would you like to start?
Yeah, I have type 1 diabetes. Had it my whole life. 25, going to school. I'm studying. I really like sports. Diabetes, it's hard, but I get through it. I have 5 siblings. Yeah, I have a dog.
Okay. My
yeah.
dog had diabetes actually.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Mine doesn't, but uh, yeah. So that's me. I'm here to find support from you guys, and yeah, diabetes.
Well, we're excited to help you, Mike.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's move on.
Oh man, I am so excited about this. I feel like there's so many things I can get out of this, and I mean, having type 1 diabetes my whole life, I feel like I can really help someone here to
Yeah, same here.
be a little positive about this.
Yeah, I
And
feel like I can help people too.
yeah, right?
Good, we got some good vibes going
Yeah.
here. I like this. This is good.
It'll be fun.
Okay, awesome.
I'm Tori. I'm type 2. I don't want to be here. My doctor said I should come, so I'm here. But yeah.
Oh, well, you should really want to be here. I mean, that's the whole reason we're here, right?
Well, I mean, we're glad you're here. Whatever brought you here. We hope that you'll have a good experience. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how this week was for you. Let's talk about, what were your struggles this week? What were your high points this week? And let's start over here, and then we'll kind of
Can I
just go
start?
on. We'll start with you next time. We're gonna start with Sid.
Okay.
All right.
My week was awful. I felt sick all week. I couldn't keep my sugar under control. I have been diagnosed recently, so that keeping the sugar under control, I have sweet tooth, and it's just so hard, and I don't like doing it, and I don't like needles, and it just sucks.
Yeah, it's tough.
So you said you've been feeling sick. Do you want to talk about how that's kind of affected your life?
Well, I don't want to go to school. I'm tired, and everything just kind of sucks.
Have you guys experienced that? And if you have, what are your kind of suggestions on that?
Yeah, I have experienced that. I just think, with a good support group, you'll be fine. There's good things to come, and you'll be fine.
And there are great ways to be able to keep track of what you're eating. I mean,
Yeah, she's
There's
right.
always-
Yeah.
there's like a way you can track how much sugar you're taking, and that way you don't have to completely cut out sugar. You can just cut out a little bit, and it'll be just a little bit at a time, and that way work up to not having as much sugar, and your levels will be better, and you'll feel a little
Yeah, the
better.
food journals, they really help, to write things out, keep things on track. So
I don't keep journals. They're dumb. I just have never been able to keep one ever in any sort of situation. So I don't think those would work.
That's okay. You can just think about a way to cut out maybe a brownie. Instead of having a brownie, you'll have an apple.
That is a great suggestion. Thank you so much. How about did you have any good experiences this week? Doesn't have to be diabetes related. We just like to keep things positive,
No, not really.
Not really.
No.
Nothing. There was nothing good in your week.
No, it rained all week. I failed a test. My roommate bugs me, so
I'm sorry. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Next week will be better.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
Keep
when I
your
have
head
hard
up.
times like this, I like to get out and do things and meet new friends and.
I don't like meeting new people.
Well, you know what? Let's talk afterwards, you and me, and we'll try and figure out if there's maybe some things that we can do to try and improve next week. Make sure we have a better week next week.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Let's move on.
Okay, so I had a really great week. I mean, it was raining, but we got to play in the puddles, and that was super fun. And we also got to, I didn't have any real issues with taking my insulin. Everything was going great. I learned about the pump this week that you just put on you.
Nice.
It's great.
Did you
can
get
just do
that?
I did not get it yet.
Oh.
It's kind of expensive, so I'm going to save up for it, and I'm sure I'll get there eventually. But I'm so excited that they came up with that great technology.
And that's exciting. And then did you have any struggles this week? I know you said you weren't really.
Exercise was a little rough, but I made up for it with my diet. It was great.
That's great. Sounds like you're having a great week.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Always.
Okay, great. Let's move on.
Yeah, I had a really good week. I worked out. I went to the gym. I stayed on top of things. I went on a little vacation. I went down to Idaho Falls and hung out with family there. We played football. We played a lot of games and yeah, it was raining like you guys said, but I had a really good week and I had some hard times, but it was normal and it just kept going and yeah, it's a good week.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
And then let's go ahead and make some goals for next week. It sounds like you two at least, were pretty successful this week. So if there were things that worked for you, we can talk about those, maybe plan for next week. Maybe using some of those same tools.
Yeah, I actually got an app.
You did?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than a journal, but I have it on my phone and on my tablet, and it's a lot.
And that's
more
an
fun.
option as well. Like you said, if you don't like keeping a journal, like Mike said, the app's been successful for him. So maybe that's something to look into. See if
It'd be
maybe
cool if I had a phone capable for it, but I don't.
You don't?
So.
Okay. Well, maybe like a computer system or a.
Hey, look, you've got a tablet right there. You can totally put the app on your tablet.
Hey,
It doesn't download anything like that. I tried. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Well, you know what? That doesn't work for everyone.
That's really cool. Where'd you get
So.
that?
I don't remember.
Oh,
It was a hand-me-down, and I don't really like it anyway. So.
No. Okay.
yeah, I think that's really cool.
So let's go ahead and move along and make those goals for next week then. And Mike, like we promised you can start this round. So.
So these are my goals for this
Yeah,
week.
for next week, just to kind of work on dealing with diabetes to the best that we can.
Well, I just want to stay on top of it so that a lot of times I'll procrastinate and I'll forget to give myself an insulin shot or I'll forget to stay on top of it, and then by that time it's too late and I'm passing out, and it's just So my goal this week is to stay on top of it. I also want to still be active and do things. Like last week, I got out and did a lot of things, like visit family and play games, and I want to do that again this week. And I just want to stay on top of things and not procrastinate.
Okay, that's a great goal. All right.
I can always do better every week, and I know I can do it. I will definitely be able to exercise like I wanted to this week, and I will keep my diet great. Everything will be just grand next week. My goal is definitely to make things better.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. All right. What are some goals we can make for next week?
Well, I'm really awful at keeping goals.
Well, that's why we're here. We'll help you stay on track with your goals and everything.
Okay, well, so I guess what I can do is try to cut my sugar, but there's no guarantee because I'm really bad at keeping goals, So we'll see if I actually do it. But
so you just want to cut your sugar?
Sure.
Well, here's what we can do: is we have this really good system where we'll make day-by-day goals, and then within those we can break them down as well as necessary. So maybe kind of look at how much sugar you're taking in every day. Like we said, maybe a food journal is not the best way, but maybe just kind of get a general idea of how much sugar you're taking in, and then day by day say, okay, so for breakfast.
You could also have someone like help you out, like a family member or.
That's a great idea, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really helps because they'll be there to support you and watch, and if you have questions, they can answer them.
Do you feel like you have anyone like
I
that that you
tell
can
my family, I don't talk to my family, my roommates, I don't like any of my roommates, and I don't have any friends out here, so.
Well, you know, we could do, any one of us could do that for you. I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. You know, maybe we have you text me every day, say, okay, this is how much sugar I have.
Today's a lot.
I'll remind you. I'll send you text, remind you.
Heck, I'll even send you a text.
Yeah, Mike will send you text too.
I have to pay for texting though, so I don't
Oh, you
want to
do?
text every day.
Okay, then maybe next week we can just have you come with a list or something written down. Just whatever's most convenient, easiest for you, because we just want to help you out, you know, so that your diabetes won't be such a challenge in your life.
Okay, we can try.
Okay, great. We appreciate your willingness to try out. Thank you guys for coming this week. We'll go ahead and meet next week at the same time. And
that sounds awesome. Thanks.
keep working
Great,
on those
thank
goals.
you. That's great.
I meant negative Nancy over here. Oh my word.
I have to pay for text.
I have to pay for text.
I was like, computer system. As soon as I said that, I was like, are we in the 80s? Oh my goodness.
I think this is our last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We've been going for half an
Be
hour.
negative.
Oh, we didn't even. There's a timer on that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I
That's
swear.
good.
Oh, and after we each have to orally say how we felt about this group. How we felt about this group.
Okay.
So,
So I'm the happy one.
yeah.
Helper or whatever.
I'm gonna turn to the front because
You better move and monopolize this group.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone to our diabetes support group, and we're glad you can be here today. We have healthy refreshments like carrots and stuff over on the table. If you guys are more than welcome to go get some of
I
those.
know. I love that. That's my favorite part.
But to start off, let's go ahead and go around the room and say our names and our little bit of our history.
Okay, can I?
Yeah,
Okay,
go for
awesome.
it.
My name's Kirsten. History, just like
Like
any
what kind
history.
of diabetes
Okay.
you have and how you've been able to keep control of it the best ways.
Okay. So I have type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed when I was 6. It was pretty traumatic, actually. At the time, it was just a rough spot for my family. My mother had just passed away at the time, and my dad wasn't really that active in our lives, and so it was kind of tricky trying to get the help that I needed, especially at such a young age. So that was really hard, but you know, I've had a lot of really good friends since then who have helped me kind of along my path, figuring out how diabetes plays a role in my life and everything. So it's been really great. Ways that I've managed it. Well, I get really bad, like I get really sick in the mornings when I first wake up. And so, like last week, I woke up and I just was feeling so sick. I had to call in to work and tell them I couldn't come in. And then my insulin kicked in finally, but it kicked in like too late for me to go back to work. And so, I've been working on that, but I just feel like I still get really, really sick in the mornings. And I don't know, I just can't find a way around it. And then
we'll talk about ways to help control it as a group in a minute, but
Okay.
Go ahead and
yeah, Mike, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name's Mike. I'm really happy to be here. I want to help you guys. I'm here for you, and I've had type 1 diabetes my whole life, and yeah, it's sometimes I don't like it, but I enjoy life. Life is
That's
great.
good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I'm happy to be here.
Happy is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
diabetes sucks.
I'm sorry to
My
hear
name
that.
is Holly, and I've had it for like 2 years, and what a waste. It sucks. You have to like stick yourself with a stupid needle all the freaking time.
Have
Have
you
you-
thought
But
about
it's
doing
okay.
like a what are those called? A pump?
Those
No,
things
it's
are
a pump.
expensive, and they're just
But they're
you put them
better
on,
than
and then
doing the
sometimes they're
needles.
like just in the way, and you always have to have it there.
I don't know. I've used one though, and it's been really
I
nice for
like
me.
being fat, and it's just fine with me. I don't care about this diabetes thing.
Well,
I'll help you out.
Awesome. So Mike, you never really told us how specifically you've been able to keep your diabetes under control. So we'd just like to hear.
Oh yeah,
What works
I
best
have
for you?
a really good support group around me, and they're helping me out. I stay on top of watching my insulin, and I get out and do fun things. I like to have fun. great. There's no reason to be down and negative. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here and happy to help out.
Awesome. So Holly, what things have you tried? Anything that you liked? That
There's nothing. I mean, I tried dieting for like 2 days, and boy, did that just not work at
have you
all.
tried like longer than 2 days?
What's
Because
the
they
point?
say
It just
21
didn't work.
days
It
makes
should
the
work.
habit.
You should
Maybe
work
have
in
to,
that way.
you gotta try it a little longer.
All right, now don't fight, guys. Let's all be nice, and we all should be happy.
Mike's a
that we're
nice
here.
guy.
We should be happy.
What a nice guy.
So
Whatever.
Holly, what can we do as a group to maybe help support you in trying to figure out something that would work for you?
There's probably nothing you guys can do to help me. I mean, I've probably tried to go to a doctor every 5, 10 weeks, months, whatever the heck. And it's just, none of it works, and nobody helps very well. And I'll just deal with it, I guess,
Well,
sometimes.
You know, Holly, sometimes what I find is being positive, having a good attitude is one of the best ways to deal with your diabetes.
I am so positive.
Okay, well, that's good. Maybe you should try expressing that positivity in more ways.
I'm positive about eating good food. That's like
That's what
brownies
you just
and
said.
cookies.
That you
Those
hate
are
diabetes.
delicious.
Did you just say that healthy foods are cookies and brownies? Holly, I went to a really good nutritionist. I can give you her information.
I mean,
you
my
might really
doctor
enjoy
has
talking
a
to her.
nutritionist.
I don't know, because I
Maybe we
think
should
they're
move on to
specialized
the next
differently.
topic and maybe talk about something a little more happy.
Yeah. So
Because I'm glad to be here. I'm happy.
yeah. So what kind of experience? We'll go with. What kind of experience have you had? Have you had any family members that have it? Any support or?
Yeah, so my Uncle John's girlfriend, she's got diabetes.
Okay.
She's got type 2 diabetes. So that's been really cool to see her kind of outreach to me. It really helps connect the family. And then I think she's got a friend too, but I think her friend has type 1 diabetes, or maybe that's her friend's brother. But yeah, they have diabetes too. But it's been good. I've gotten a lot of support with it, especially with her. Like last week we went and we had some like bonding time, talked about our diabetes.
So
And then
she taught you how to like manage it a little better?
Yeah, she's got some really good tips, and then I kind of share with her what I do. And it's been really cool. We've also tried sharing it with our other friends, who don't really know so much about diabetes, who are maybe new. Kind of like Holly, you said you were kind of new, right, to diabetes?
Yeah, like a couple years or something.
Yeah, so we we talked to our friends, who maybe haven't had it as long as we have, and we kind of talked to them about what's worked for us and what hasn't and everything. So it's been good.
So Mike, what kind of what's your history with it? What have you had anybody who you've been able to kind of learn from, like?
Yeah, I actually have 2 siblings that also have diabetes, and so
awesome.
we're kind of like a
That's
team.
really nice.
It's really
yeah.
it's really sweet. We
Yeah,
get through
it's great
things
you have
together.
diabetes.
Well, no, it's good to have support, right? Like that's awesome. I don't have anyone in my immediate family who has diabetes, and so like Mike's, I'm sure he's got like great support at home, and that's awesome. I'm just excited that he has support, not that people have diabetes.
Okay, so let's let Mike finish his testimonial.
Oh no, that's it. Yeah, I just have a really good support group, good family, and I'm just happy to be here. And if you guys need help,
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Holly, do you have any support or anybody you know who has it as well, or?
Nope.
Well, now you do. You have 2 new people.
Yeah.
3 new people.
We're more than happy to help you. Like I said, you can come with me and
try,
my uncle's girlfriend. You could just spend time with us. It's super fun. I promise. Like this next week, we'll go camping. It's so fun. You have to come with us. It's the best. Camping is not
Camping is
lame.
fun.
Camping
Life
is
is
the
happy.
best.
Okay, guys, let's stick to to our support group. So I have a question. I want to hear each. What do you want to get out of this support group? So this is the first meeting. What do you want to get out of it as we continue these meetings?
I'm here to help people. I've had a good experience and life is happy and good, so I'm just here to help people.
Awesome.
I just really need an outlet. I really need people to talk to about my diabetes. And so it's really nice to be able to come here and have people who are willing to listen, who I can talk to about, the struggles in my life, the good parts about being a diabetic. I'm looking to have that ability where I know everyone understands because they have diabetes. And so to be able to talk to them about it and to know that they're feeling the same way, and to really connect on a deeper level, I think that's really what I'm looking for.
Awesome. Perfect. So Holly, what do you want to get out of this support group?
I didn't even really want to come. My doctor told me that if I didn't start going somewhere for something that I would probably die next week. So I guess I'll just come because of that.
So your goal for this is to be able to live and have a healthier life.
That's a good
Sure.
goal.
Yeah.
That's a really good goal.
That's
Everyone
really
deserves to
gonna
be
help.
healthy and happy. Well, not with that attitude.
Hey, let's be nice.
I'm sure the
Let's be
support
nice.
group will be perfect. I'm sure as it goes on and we get to know people, you'll feel a little more supportive about it. But that's all the time we have for today. But I want to thank you guys for coming. And I will try to think of how to articles and other stuff to be able to address each of your needs of what you want to get out of the program. Like I said, there's refreshments, so go ahead and eat what you want, and see you guys next week.
Awesome, thanks.
Good job.
I thought you had
I'm
some
so
more.
sorry. I was like, I don't know how else to be like
I know.
monopolizing besides just to argue.
I know.
It's
true.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know what to
And
say
I'm a
to
little
like
feisty today,
keep
so
it.
it was perfect timing. Oh my word.
Just super funny. It's really hard not to laugh.
No.
So now we're supposed to.
I felt like on this one where you were the monopolizer and I was the happy person, we were almost like ganging up on you because you were so negative.
Yeah.
You know, we were making you even more negative.
Instead of trying to turn it.
Yeah.
I think I've been in groups with monopolizers before, and it's probably one of the most frustrating things. Because you're like, just let the facilitator do their job. They're the professional, let them kind of handle it, and it just makes it difficult for everyone.
No, they really are hard cutting people off, and it was hard to be the monopolizer sometimes too. But
Yeah.
but yeah.
It was hard to be the facilitator, I thought, in that situation.
Like, how do you cut someone off from their story?
Yeah, because you don't want to
Yeah.
offend anyone.
Yeah.
That was, and thinking of questions to go along with the facilitator was like,
Especially since you don't know the topic.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
I don't know much about diabetes, so it was hard to facilitate something I didn't really know a lot about.
I think too, like you want the conversation, you just kind of want to be there managing the conversation, but then when the conversation goes off, it becomes your responsibility to bring it back, and
Yeah.
it's hard.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys all committed camping.
I know. I'm sorry for that one.
was great. I was like, okay.
Because you want to be like, okay, let's stay on topic.
Yeah.
And also having the negative person in your group. How do you it's
It
hard to
was
change
hard,
their opinion and
yeah.
be positive to them without being like, you're being ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
I agree.
It definitely creates an awkward atmosphere,
Yeah.
which can be bad for a support
For
group.
everyone else who's
Yeah.
like looking for support.
Because you want to make them feel welcome without making everyone else feel not welcome. It's like finding that balance, I think, was kind of
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. You want to give everyone equal attention, and you don't want anyone to feel like they're being left out, but at the same time, it's hard to do that, especially when you have so many different personalities and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
Anybody else want to
say anything to the camera before we stop?
I'm sorry we laughed so much. It was so hard to be
It was hard to keep a straight face.
All right.
See you later.